go. Let's go. What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? If y'all can hear me, put an 8 in the chat. If y'all can hear me, put an 8 in the chat. Put an 8 in the chat.
It's now been near.
Calm your ass down. 8 in the chat. We good? We Gucci? We Gucci? We Gucci? I ain't got to hold the phone no more. I got a tripod. Let's go. What's popping? What's popping, Iron Will? What's popping? Happy August 1st to my people, man. Happy August 1st. Let's get it. This month, we going hard. We've been going hard the last 2 months. Let's go. What's popping, Malachi? My boy, what's popping? What's popping? We about to get into it, man. Another month. Just cleaned up, took a shower, worked out this morning. We back to it, man. It's about to be another month. Let's go. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's popping? Let's get into it, man. Let's see. Can we get a little closer? Get a little closer, baby. Proper start, big dog. Oh, you already know, man. It's the first of the month, so we gotta go in, man. We gotta go in. First we go show. Fair use. There's still arrests in Nolan and 2 other teenagers. This case is so heavy, I buried a child 20 years ago. Rest in peace to your child. Rest in peace. Like I say, today, I just want to show y'all, man, the disrespect of these people, bro. They arresting everybody else except the people that need to be arrested. They arresting everybody else except the people who need to be arrested. What's popping? Let's get to it, bro. Fair use, fair use. Let's get it.
Nearly 4 weeks since Nolan Wells' body was found on Horn Island. Following a week full of developments this week, Public Safety Commissioner for Mississippi, Sean Tyndall, spoke with us today regarding the investigative process. Tyler Bell brings us the details of the conversation.
This week brings many developments in the case of Nolan Wells, including legal action, an arrest, and news about the state's autopsy. Thursday, a source close with the investigation says the state's autopsy is now complete and turned over to the district attorney. Public Safety Commissioner Sean Tyndall is unable to confirm the completion of the autopsy, but says it would align with a standard timeline.
You know, and again, we normally don't comment on when it's completed. We make it available to the coroner, and then the coroner, and you think about it, we're dealing with 82 counties across the state.
Now, mind you, every mysterious death in Mississippi is always the S word. They did it to themselves when it comes to our people. Or it's always accidental, undetermined, always, bruh. So this is the commissioner. If you watch my last video, I'm always talking about him. And look, we ain't sending no threats to nobody, bruh. It's probably crazy ass people online that's doing that. But see, when you want answers, they start doing stuff like this. What's popping, pilot? This is the Commissioner of Public Safety. Again, this was 15 hours ago. Now, after this video, I'm going to show y'all again, because I got to keep reminding y'all, we can't trust this dude. This is what they found in his building. This was found back in March in his building. So why would we trust anything he say? My mom got hell out of the South in 1965. Isn't this the same county and sheriff that? It probably was. I don't even know. I saw that case though. But the commissioner of public safety, this was found in his building. We're going to break that down again. But he's talking, and he wants us to trust him. Listen.
They're going to have a better idea. Nolan Wells' body was found on Horn Island. Following a week full of developments this week, Public Safety Commissioner for Mississippi, Sean Tyndall, spoke with us today regarding the investigative process. Teller Bell brings us the details of the conversation.
This week brings many developments in the case of Nolan Wells, including legal action, an arrest, and news about the state's autopsy. Thursday, a source close with the investigation says the state's autopsy is now complete and turned over to the district attorney. Public Safety Commissioner Sean Tyndall is unable to confirm the completion of the autopsy, but says it would align with a standard timeline.
Now look, let's talk about this. Like I said in my video, my last video, if Nolan Wells just drowned, bro, you think it'd be all this? If he only drowned, you think it would be all this, bro? Instead of showing the people the autopsy, when have you ever seen an independent autopsy come before the original autopsy? It don't make sense. And they want us to move on. But look, I gotta tell y'all this. If it was them, they wouldn't move on. If they was on Biloxi Beach and a Caucasian kid died around black kids, they wouldn't move on, bro. They wouldn't move on, bro. I promise you. If it was a Caucasian kid on Biloxi Beach around a lot of black kids, they wouldn't move on, man. I promise you, bro. They would want all those black kids. They would expose their whole family, bro. But they want you to shut up. They want you to stop making videos. But if the roles were reversed, and let's say the black kids were innocent, bruh, they'll still look at you like you was guilty. So no, that's why I always say, if you go back to my older videos, I always say, keep that same energy. That's it. That's all I ask for. Keep that same energy. I don't want to hear, y'all should stop. No, keep the same energy. KDT, thanks for staying on there next and caring for our community. Hey, appreciate you for that 10. Thank you, man. Thank you for sending your hard-earned money. I appreciate that, you know. They want Nolan to take the money and move on. Oh, no, we ain't moving on. We ain't moving on, bro. Because this is not the only situation in Mississippi, bro. In the last 2 years, I done covered so many stories that's really worse than this one. And they swept it under the rug, dog. They swept it under the rug every time, bro. Let's go.
You know, and again, we know on Horn Island. Following a week full of developments this week, Public Safety Commissioner for Mississippi, Sean Tyndall, spoke with us today regarding the investigative process. Teller Bell brings us the details of the conversation.
This week brings many developments in the case of Nolan Wells, including legal action, an arrest, and news about the state's autopsy. Thursday, a source close with the investigation says the state's
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna let it play, but Nicole says something so great, bro. Just imagine if we wasn't making these videos. Just imagine if Ben Crump, like I say, I don't trust Al Sharpton, whatever, but just imagine if Al Sharpton and Ben Crump didn't do what they did, and Kaepernick, Tyler Perry didn't do what they did, and we didn't play our part. Like I always told y'all, everybody got a part to play, bro. Just imagine if we would have just let this go, bro. They would have done the same thing. They would have said he drowned, man. If we wouldn't have had our feet on these people's neck, bruh, they would have said he drowned and they would have moved on, dog. But it's because of what everybody did that they still even on this, man. They wasn't expecting all this pressure. They wasn't expecting Kaepernick to pay for the independent autopsy. They was just going to say he drowned. You got to think about that. And you have to think about the fact that it took them 22 days to give us the boat audio. In those 22 days, what you think they was doing to that audio? They was trying to erase that first half. But you know what they did? Instead of erasing it, WLOX, what I'm on right now, WLOX out of Biloxi, they put, hold on, let this plane go. They put the on hold audio, they put that in so you couldn't hear it at the beginning, bruh. That's what they did. Go back and listen to the original audio, bruh, with WLOX. It's not, because he was already on the phone. Why is that music playing? She was on the phone. She was saying hello, hello, hello. And he was already on the phone. They edited that part in. They couldn't erase it, so they just tried to cover it up. But the people, they wasn't expecting people to actually do the work. This Mississippi, them people, most of those officials are dumb as hell. The racist Caucasian officials are dumb as hell, bro. They wasn't expecting people to do all this. They wasn't expecting it. So now that we doing all this, bro, they don't know what to do. So that's why they not showing you the autopsy. This is Mississippi, bro. They have to keep, they trying to play chess, but they never played chess before. They've been playing checkers the whole time. Since our ancestors, since Emmett Till, they've been playing checkers. Now we playing chess. They can't keep up. So that's why they trying to arrest people from California, Cincinnati. They trying to do all this stuff because they can't keep up. This is Mississippi, bro. Just because a person is a judge, that don't mean anything. They just a part of the KKK. What's popping? What's popping? The neck, the lung, come on, parts of the stomach, back of the head injured. See, this is Mississippi, bro. Them racist Caucasian people, they didn't expect people on the internet to do all this work, bro. They didn't expect this shit, man. So, of course, they're not going to show you the autopsy, because if we would have did none of this work, they would have said he drowned. But by us doing all this work, they can't say he drowned. They can't do it. And I love that shit. Let's go. I'm going to let it play.
Horn Island. Following a week full of developments this week, Public Safety Commissioner for Mississippi, Sean Tyndall, spoke with us today regarding the investigative process. Tyler Bell brings us the details of the conversation.
This week brings many developments in the case of Nolan Wells, including legal action, an arrest, and news about the state's autopsy. Thursday, a source close with the investigation says the state's autopsy is now complete and turned over to the district attorney. Public Safety Commissioner Sean Tyndall is unable to confirm the completion of the autopsy, but says it would align with a standard timeline.
You know, and again, we normally don't comment on when it's completed. We make it available to the coroner, and then the coroner, and you think about it, we're dealing with 82 counties across the state. They're going to have a better idea of what's happening locally and who needs to be informed and when they need to be informed in those cases, as well as the district attorney. But I can tell you, as part of the normal course, it would have been completed by now due to happening locally.
Now look at the whole time he talking. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes.
With a standard timeline.
You know, and again, we normally don't comment on when it's completed. We make it available.
As a man, he can't even look up to talk into the camera, or he can't talk to the other man. He can't even look the news reporter in the eyes and say what he's saying, because it's all bullshit. Look at him. You looking down. Malcolm X never looked down. People can say what they want to say about Martin Luther King Jr. He never looked down. Fred Hampton, at 19, 20, 21 years old. He never looked down when he talked. They never look at him. So you know it's bullshit. I told y'all, this is Mississippi. A lot of those officials are dumb as hell. They dumb, bro. And they've been playing checkers since our ancestors. We playing chess. They can't keep up. They can't keep up. Because what I love about this, it's not just black people that's calling them out. It's their own people that's making videos calling them out. They not used to that.
To the coroner, and then the coroner, and you think about it, we're dealing with 82 counties across the state. They're going to have a better idea of what's happening locally and who needs to be informed and when they need to be informed in those cases, as well as the district attorney. But I can tell you, as part of the normal course, it would have been completed by now.
Due to speculation and tension growing nationwide, law enforcement agencies have been monitoring threats made to several parties involved in the investigation. Now, an arrest has been made. According to court documents, Joseph Alfredo Vasquez Dumars is in custody for an alleged death threat sent to Jackson County Chancery Judge Ashley Cole, the stepmother of one of the friends who traveled to Horn Island on July 4th with Nolan Wells. According to court documents, Dumars...
Now look, like I say, on this channel, we don't send no threats. We want answers. That's it. But you see, they have no problem arresting just random people, you know. But the people who actually committed the crime, who actually doing interviews, you had 2 people that was on that island that did an interview with Officer Raccoon. Think about this shit. You had 2 people that was on the island that did an interview with Officer Raccoon, and nobody been arrested. On the island doing cocaine, drinking, fighting. Then one of the dudes, he didn't even say who he was fighting, but I got an idea who he was fighting. He was fighting Nolan. He was fighting Nolan. That's why he didn't say a name. Come on, bro. The people that need to be arrested, not being arrested. You can't make this shit up, bro. Underage drinking while driving a boat. Come on, man. Come on. Come on.
sent a direct message on Facebook referencing a package being sent to Cole's office, reading, "It's gonna blow you away when you see it."
Nah, that's crazy.
Threats that are going out there from various people, that has to stop. I mean, it's just absolute.
Now, he's talking about the threats have to stop. And I agree. He don't threaten nobody. But when the tables are reversed, let's go back to Carmelo Anthony. Everybody and their mama was threatening his family. Nobody was arrested. They allowed them to send packages to Carmelo Anthony's family house through a fake pizza man. Go look it up. People were sending all type of threats. Matter of fact, the KKK got on a bus, a tour bus, and they went over there. That's the only time they got arrested, because they went to march. But other than that, bro, nobody got arrested for threatening Carmelo Anthony's family. But you see how they play victim? You see how they play victim to try to make us feel sorry for them? We don't feel sorry for you. I'll never get online and say what I'm going to do to... I'll never do that shit. But I'm telling you who do this. Racist Caucasian people. They the ones who be sending threats. They the ones who be doxing people. They do that stuff. And if I'm tripping in my comment section, just tell me I'm tripping, bro. But Mississippi, so the racist Caucasian people in Mississippi, they so behind, bro. They so behind. They praying that the racism takes up for them. So all we need is that grand jury to say, oh yeah, we can take this shit to trial. Come on, bruh. These people tripping.
Unacceptable. We're better than that in Mississippi. We're better than that on the coast, and we're better than that as a society. And that's what I'm most disappointed about.
Man, we don't care what you're disappointed about. What the hell you talking about? Boy, I'm about to call you the N-word. I'm disappointed in this. Never mind. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Hold on, y'all. I gotta have some patience. Listen to this. Boy.
On Facebook, referencing a package being sent to Cole's office, reading, "It's gonna blow you away when you see it."
The threats that are going out there from various people, that has to stop. I mean, it's just absolutely unacceptable. We're better than that in Mississippi. We're better than that on the coast.
Wait. Did he just say what I thought he just said? My bad, y'all. Hit the tripod. Hold on. Did he just say?
Just absolutely unacceptable.
Way when you see it.
The threats that are going out there from various people, that has to stop. I mean, it's just absolutely unacceptable. We're better than that in Mississippi. We're better than that on the coast. And we're
He said we are better than that in Mississippi. Bruh, everybody knows Mississippi is the KKK headquarters. What you talking about? But I told y'all, man, they love to use the media to push their narrative. Everybody know, even Caucasian people know that Mississippi is the KKK headquarters, man. What are he talking about? He think we stupid. But he's talking about we disappointed. My boy, I'm disappointed in you. You had this in your building back in March. You had this in your building back in March. And then you said we're going to keep it. You had a whole sacred altar in your building, KKK. But he said we better than that in Mississippi. The white knights of the KKK, do they know y'all better than that? Come on, bro. Who he talking to, man? And this is why you gotta break these people down when they talk. Every video they make, you gotta call their ass out, bro. I told you, they playing checkers. We waiting to checkmate. They playing checkers still.
We're better than that as a society.
Look, he can't even say it. Look. As a
we're better.
look.
You see it.
The threats that are
As a
going on from various people, that has to stop. It's just absolutely unacceptable. We're better than that in Mississippi. We're better than that on the coast, and we're better than that as a society.
Look.
And that's what I'm disappointed about. Is the viral discussion.
The viral debate, Tyndall says, means investigators have an added obstacle while hearing from witnesses.
So we have to make sure that we have a good, solid investigation, and we also want to make sure that witnesses that we're going to, that we're getting their impressions of what happened, not just based on what they see or hear on social media. So I think it has a real detrimental effect when people start particularly putting out misinformation on public venues and on the internet. And
Tyndall's
Misinformation, but they allowed Officer Raccoon, Officer Tatum, whatever y'all call him, they allowed him to go in to do an interview. But see, I told y'all last time, bro, they really mad because now people have platforms. Now people can put their opinion out there. Now people can connect the dots. They don't like that shit. In Mississippi, they want to say, oh, it was a drowning. Oh, it was an S word. Oh, it's undetermined. They want to say that when it comes to our people. They don't want us connecting the dots, man. So that's why people hate the internet. They hate the internet so much because now they can't hide history. Now they can't determine the outcome of things, bruh. They want control. They want their racism to overcome everything, man. And they hate that shit. They hate the internet. They hate content creators. They hate it. I told y'all, Ocean Springs, Mississippi is a sundown town. And these sundown towns, they want to be able to say, oh, this happened to a black person. Always. But now that people can create content and work 24 hours on this shit, almost, bruh, on the 4th would be a whole month that people been creating content about this, dog. They don't like that. They don't like that. Because in Mississippi, when things happen to black people, they get to sweep it under the rug. In Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Arizona, California, New York, Massachusetts, Vermont, Maine, Wisconsin, Chicago, Illinois, Florida, Alabama. They get to sweep all this shit under the rug. But now that people have platforms and people dedicating their time to connecting the dots, they don't like that shit because now they can't burn evidence. They can't burn books. They can't hide the truth. You know what I say? I love that shit. They can't hide the truth no more, bruh. Come on, man. All the Indians land. I wish we all leave the U.S. They keep getting exposed to white man don't run what the most created. Come on, man. I love that shit. Let's go. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Read our comments. Damn, my bad. Y'all moving fat. What's poppin', Brian? What's poppin', brother? They want to run the operations in silence, and that's a fact. What's poppin'? So they mad at the internet, dog. They mad that people can create content and make money from this shit. They don't like that. They want you out here broke. They want you out here with no opinion. They want you out here. You allow the KKK to murder you, and they want to just move on with life. They don't like that. They don't like that. They want to say what's true and what's false. But come on, bro. When have any Caucasian person that's in any position of power, when have they ever told the truth? They never told the truth. Matter of fact, everything we learned in school was a lie. Was a lie on purpose. So you think I'm going to sit here and believe this dude? Come on, bro.
Says that with the circulation of misinformation, he encourages people to direct their eyes to what's happening locally.
If you're trying to find that information, talk to the people that were on Island that day. Talk to the people that live down here that go out there regularly. That's where, if there's anything that happened, those are the people going to have knowledge of what it is, and we need to.
Now we're going to break him down one more time, then we're going to move on. We're going to move on.
Be asking those questions down here, not across the country.
In Biloxi, Tyler Bell, WLOA.
Following.
Because, like I say, the Commissioner of Public Safety, all these people on the same team, man. They use the media to try to push their narrative. But now people seeing through the BS. And I'm so glad. I wish they saw through it with Carmelo Anthony, but a lot of people didn't see through it. Even some black people, that was like, oh, he's guilty. No, he's not. They used the media to push their narrative. That's what they did. But so now they mad that we using our platforms to speak the truth. Now they mad. Now they mad. Because just like them, we got power too. And they don't like it, bruh. They don't like it. But they like when somebody like Officer Tatum, Officer Raccoon, use his platform to speak for them. They like that shit. They like that. But if Nolan was your friend, why are you going to do an interview with Raccoon? Because they relate to him. Subconsciously, those kids related to Officer Raccoon, bruh. That's why they did an interview with him. You think Nolan would have did an interview with Officer Raccoon who talks down on black people? Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Put this shit together, dog. They, in my opinion, they murdered Nolan, and they doing whatever they can do to cover it up. We just getting started, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Like I told y'all, it's a new month. We going hard the whole year, bro. I ain't got no distractions. We going hard the whole fucking year, bro. It's up. It's up.
In a week full of developments this week, Public Safety Commissioner for Mississippi, Sean Tyndall, spoke with us today regarding the investigative process. Tyler Bell brings us the details of the conversation.
This week brings many developments in the case of Nolan Wells, including legal action, an arrest, and news about the state's autopsy. Thursday, a source close with the investigation says the state's autopsy is now complete and turned over to the district attorney. Public Safety Commissioner Sean Tyndall is unable to confirm the completion of the autopsy, but says it would.
Nah, like I said, it's our last time going over this part, but what? Today is the 1st. So you got Sunday, Monday. Tuesday would be a whole month, bro. Almost a month. The independent autopsy came out a week ago. It took them almost a month. If Nolan only drowned, why did it take them just a month? And why didn't they send his lungs over to the second autopsy? Why was his throat missing? Parts of his stomach missing? Thyroid missing? If he only drowned? Think about this. That should tell you they know what's going on. But I told y'all, a lot of racist Caucasian officials in Mississippi are dumb as hell. They not used to this type of drama. Because you go back and do your research, they did the same thing to Emmett Till family, bro. The same exact thing was going on right now. They did it back then. It's in their blood. You saw the title, Deep Racism. That's what we dealing with. But you know what overcomes racism, bro, from time to time? People coming together, dog. People coming together. That's what overcomes racism. So now they don't know what to do. They still holding. If the autopsy complete, come on, go do what Ben Crump and Al Sharpton did. Put that shit on display. Come on, man. I will say, shout out to Ben Crump for doing that shit. Shout out to Ben Crump for doing that. He put the independent autopsy on display. Had a whole press conference for that shit. They still scared to release their autopsy. Come on, bro. Like I say, man, shout out to Ben Crump for doing that part. And like I say, everybody play a part. Ben Crump and Al Sharpton, they gonna always play their part. But guess who playing their part better now? The people. We playing our part better now. We ain't just moving on from stuff. And I love that shit. Let's go.
Would align with a standard timeline.
You know, and again, we normally don't comment on when it's completed. We make it available to the coroner, and then the coroner, and you think about it, we're dealing with 82 counties across the state. They're going to have a better idea what's happening locally and who needs to be informed and when they need to be informed in those cases, as well as the district attorney. But I can tell you, as part of the normal course, it would have been completed by now.
Due to speculation and tension growing nationwide, law enforcement agencies have been monitoring threats made to several parties involved in the investigation. Now, an arrest has been made. According to court documents, Joseph Alfredo Vasquez Dumars is in custody for an alleged death threat sent to Jackson County Chancery Judge Ashley Cole, the stepmother of one of the friends who traveled to Horn Island on July 4th with Nolan Wells. According to court documents, Dumars sent a direct message on Facebook referencing a package being sent to Cole's office, reading, "It's gonna blow you away when you see it."
The threats that are going out there from various people, that has to stop. I mean, it's just absolutely unacceptable. We're better than that in Mississippi. We're better than that on the coast. And we're better than that as a society.
See, he couldn't even talk. And look, I don't wish people send threats to some people. You know, I don't tell people to send threats to these people, bro. Because that's how they get you. They waiting on you. They waiting on anything you do to stop your voice. They waiting on it. They waiting on you to do something so they can make you the villain. Make you the guilty one. Just to stall time. They doing everything but releasing the autopsy. They doing everything. So you telling me from Mississippi. You can arrest somebody from California, somebody from Cincinnati, but you can't show us the autopsy a month later? But you claim Nolan just died. But y'all got time to, come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on. Who they think they fooling? Who they think they talking to? Talking about Mississippi is better than that. No, you're not, dog. You're not better than nothing. Back in March of this year, this was found, Commissioner, this was found in your building, and you say you're going to keep it. They still practicing all their rituals, dog. They still practicing. All those rituals, they still practice. That's why it was found, that's why somebody found this in the building. They still practice this stuff. That's why nobody is like really coming out and talking for real. They talking. But the people that should be talking, they not talking. This shit is in their blood. They talk about the Bloods and the Crips. This the real gang. This the real gang. But they want you to believe, oh, it's just the Bloods and the Crips. So they gonna show you videos of Bloods and Crips, all black people. They are just so ghetto. They are just so violent. Ain't nobody violent like the Caucasian race. Nobody. Charlie Kirk proved that. His own people took him out. Come on. Ain't nobody more violent than these people, bruh. Can't fool me. I don't care where you live at. If you live around them, I don't care. Go do your research on a crime that go around in their neighborhoods. Unaliving the whole family because they lost their job. I just saw like 2 days ago. Caucasian dad. I think he was scamming people or some shit in business, and he lost everything. And he made a, they caught him on video saying, I gotta kill everybody. I let the whole family down. Bro, this dude murdered his whole family and himself. That's common with them people. They crash out on their own people. But they got nerve to talk about black on black crime. Caucasian people murder their own people, bro. The father, when they lose everything, they unalive the whole family. But they telling you that black men are this and that. Let a Caucasian man lose everything, and he go show you who he is. Damn. Let a Caucasian man lose everything, he go show you who he is. Let a Caucasian woman fall in love with another Caucasian man. Why she married? She gonna show you who she is. But they don't show you that shit. They just talk about black people this, black. No. The original criminal in this world is Caucasian people, man. If I'm lying, I mean, tell me I'm lying. So you can't gaslight fool. You can't fool me. I know history. I love history. I know it. He talking about Mississippi, we not this way. Dude, this was found in your building. What are you talking about?
And that's what I'm most disappointed about, is the viral discussion.
The viral debate, Tyndall says, means investigators have an added obstacle while hearing from witnesses.
So we have to make sure that we have a good, solid investigation, and we also want to make sure that witnesses that we're going to, that we're getting their impressions of what happened, not just based on what they see or hear on social media. So
Nah, see, social media bringing out the truth. They don't like that shit. And somebody just said it. They scared as hell to release that autopsy because if Nolan just drowned, bruh, it would have been nothing for them to release the autopsy. But the fact that you got real people who went to school for this shit, that's practicing this stuff right now, soon as they release that autopsy, bruh, people know if they bullshitting or not. You had a black woman that broke down the audio, that exposed the audio. That's why they scared, man. They not used to this. They used to everybody taking their word for it. We no longer taking the words of racist Caucasian people. We no longer doing it, bruh. In 2026, we not doing it. We go put in the work. We go do the research. That's it. Exactly. So that's why the autopsy is completed. Why not release it? In my opinion, the autopsy been completed. Two weeks ago, the autopsy was done. It was done. But they've been trying to create their lie. They've been trying to manipulate the truth, but they can't do it, bruh. It's so many people that's talking about this shit. And at first, I was like, man, I'm tired of talking about this. But no, that's how they want you to feel. They want you to be tired. That's why they don't release certain information. They want you to get fatigued. They depend on you getting fatigued and moving on. That's their game plan. That's their whole game plan. But now, people done figured them out. They like, nope, every day we own this shit. Man, shout out to my people, bro. Shout out to my people, dog. I love this shit, dog. Yep, it was completed weeks ago. Oh yeah, the autopsy been done, bro. It been done, dog. They just so scared. They trying to find ways to release it to make it seem like, because I'm telling you what they go say. They go say Nolan had drugs in his system. They go say he drowned. Like, they go say all the things that we know they go say already. We already know it. But they can't fool people that know science. They can't fool people that's in school for this. They can't fool people that practice this type of stuff. You can't fool them. So they trying to figure this shit out, but they not smart enough. This is Mississippi, bro. A lot of black people got common sense, got book smarts, but when it comes to racist Caucasian people in Mississippi, they are not smart, bro. They family bloodline just was in the KKK, so they can get to be the sheriff. They get to be the governor. They get to be the commissioner of public safety. They get to be the DA. They get to be the attorney general. Because of racism. That's it. That's it. Nothing special about these people, man. Nothing special. They not your brightest people. Look at that. Somebody said, can't fool professional audio engineers. That's a fact. And that woman, she put out the truth. She broke that audio down so we can hear it. And I love that. Now, you got YouTubers saying they music engineers. Man, shut that shit up, raccoons. We ain't hearing that. They want you. They play the mind game. They play the mind game, and they want you to feel like what you thinking is not the truth. Always trust your gut feeling. On the 4th of July, when you saw this came out, your gut feeling told you the truth. When that happened, your gut feeling told you the truth. And you know why I know those kids had something to do with Nolan dying? Because remember I told y'all that they was going to come out and start talking? They did that. If you innocent, y'all would have showed up to Nolan's funeral. But they started doing interviews attacking his parents, sneak dissing his parents, sneak dissing black people. You know why? Because they're guilty. Now, one interview did I see somebody crying. Now, one interview did I see somebody emotional. You know why? They said it. Nolan was on the island with that girl the whole day. They was hating. They was hating. She probably pretty or whatever like that. They was hating. You can tell they was hating because it's like they glad he's dead. Nobody was crying in the interview. No emotions. I told y'all, our original haters are racist Caucasian people. When our people, after slavery, even during slavery, but after slavery, they was wondering, damn, how after slavery These people can buy land, can buy homes. So you know what they did? They built chemical plants down here in Louisiana on the land that our ancestors bought and called it chemical plants. Short for, somebody say, I'm going to the plant to work. Short for plantation. They seen our people in the 60s, 50s, having fun, living amongst each other. Black Wall Streets all over this country, because it wasn't just in Oklahoma. You had Black Wall Street in Oklahoma. You had it in Texas. You had it in Florida. You had it in Georgia. You had it in New Orleans. You had it in South Baton Rouge. You had Black Wall Streets all over this country. And what they do? They take the jobs away. They build interstates in the middle of our Black Wall Streets. Then they put crack in our neighborhoods. Then they bring guns on trains and they drop them off. And then they take away the jobs in the city. Come on, bro. St. Louis. This shit was all by design, dog. All by design. So don't talk to me ever about black on black crime. They did that shit on purpose. So our original haters is racist, this racist system. They our original haters. Because they can't figure out, after everything they put our people through, how can these people still laugh? How can they still dance? How can they still have joy? So after crack, what they do? They change our music up. Now they go push music, because in the 50s, 60s, even 70s, even 80s, we had music about love. We had music about our people. They don't want that. They don't want us to hear that. So they put out music, they push music for us to kill each other. All by design, bruh. All by design, dog. Change the frequency. Come on, bro. That's it. So don't ever talk to me about black on black crime, bro. This shit was all by design, dog. These are our original haters. His ancestors and him, our original haters, bro. Come on. Now that we have social media, they don't like that.
I think it has a real detrimental effect when people start particularly putting out misinformation on public venues and on the internet. And
Tyndall says that with the circulation of misinformation, he encourages people to direct their eyes to what's happening locally.
if you're trying to find information, talk to the people at Horn Island that day.
Man, shut up. Somebody said it. Bruh. Our ancestors owned so much farmland. But go look back at what happened. I think it was 1919. I think it was called the Red Summer. That's when all our haters, Caucasian people, they was going to these farms and they was unaliving our people, stealing their farms, creating laws to take our land, bruh. But they tell you now in 2026, oh, black people don't own anything. But look what they did. If I really speak my heart, my platform will be taken away. But look what they did to get that land. They didn't work hard for that land. They didn't earn that land. Everything done, we did it first. Like Soulja Boy say, we did it first, bro. They just copy. That's why they own people don't know their history. They don't even know they from Europe. They don't even know that they came from Europe as criminals over here, just like immigrants. But they got the audacity to call everybody else an immigrant. And then they tried to trick us and say, oh, y'all from Africa. Bruh, I was thinking about that shit. They really tried us. They want you to think that you from Africa so they can be like, oh, this land belongs to Caucasian people. Then they erase the Indians out the way. But they not from here. So the whole time, bro, they been playing us, dog. The whole time. The whole time. So you think I'm gonna believe? So you think I'm gonna sit here and believe anything he say, bro? When this was found in his building back in March, that was found in his building. A list of the Klan members they was paying. This was found in his building. Let's go. This was found in his building. Come on. Matter of fact, we gonna listen to. Hold on. That's why these squatters write laws. That's it. They ain't get nothing from hard work, bruh. It was from stealing and killing. That's it. Nothing came from hard work when it comes to this racist system, racist Caucasian people. Nothing came from hard work. It was off the backs of Black American people. It was stealing our ideas and calling it their own. That's it. That's it, bruh. So you out here doubting yourself, but these people been stealing. They create nothing. They create nothing. It's just stealing and killing. But they call you, the Black community, criminals. Everything they got, they stole it and killed for it. That's it. Exactly. And they wondering still how today, after a 400-year head start, that we still can run circles around them. So now they got to say, your college degree means nothing. You know why? Because they know the more Black women go to college, the more they working for these companies. Now they got to murder innocent Black men at a traffic stop. Now they got to murder women when they go into labor at these hospitals and say, oh, it was an accident. They got to murder their babies. Y'all don't think that's a coincidence that is Black women die the most while in labor? Y'all don't think that's a coincidence? And the Caucasian race is declining? So now they desperate, bruh. Their race is declining because you know why? These Caucasian girls, they like dark-skinned dudes. They like Black men. Them Caucasian dudes, the new ones, they like Black women. And now everybody mixing. So their race is declining. So they don't know what to do, bruh. They desperate. They desperate. But you know what? It's still not going to work out in their favor, bruh. It's still not. Somebody said, you have lost your damn mind. That's what Caucasian people say. You have lost your damn minds. We have. And that's a good thing. Because for a long time, y'all tried to have control over our people's minds. You know what? I learned. Sometimes when you lost something, when you lost your mind, sometimes it's a good thing. Because that's when you get motherfuckers in check. Sometimes you gotta lose your mind. Sometimes you gotta lose your mind to make motherfuckers be like, oh, he's serious. Yeah, we serious. Sometimes you gotta lose your mind in life. Sometimes you gotta lose your mind and go harder. Sometimes you gotta lose your mind and speak up for your people. Sometimes you gotta lose your mind and go all in on your life. That's it. I done figured that shit out, dog. Come on. Come on, man. I'm about to go off just now. Hold on, y'all. Let's hold on. Let's listen to him talk.
Information on public venues and on the internet. And
Tindall says that with the circulation of misinformation, he encourages people to direct their eyes to what's happening locally.
If you're trying to find that information, talk to the people that were on Island that day. Talk to the people that live down here that go out there regularly. That's where.
Now, this is how you know they on bullshit. This is the Commissioner of Public Safety getting on the news. We don't want to hear your Caucasian lips. We don't want to see your Caucasian lips flapping. We don't want to see it. Where is the autopsy? The fact that they still talking, it shows you they guilty. He talking. Where is the autopsy? He's stalling. They stalling, bruh. They stalling. Where is the autopsy, dude? We don't want to see you talking no more, dog. We don't want to see your Caucasian lips flapping. Where the autopsy at? All this talking, where the autopsy? You know what else? See, when I do lives, bro, shit just be coming to my head. Officer Raccoon, his interviews was a distraction. Hold on, y'all. Let me, I gotta open these things so some sun can get in here. Hold on. We back. Officer Raccoon, I just thought about it. Officer Raccoon's interviews was a distraction. So they can stall and kill time and create their lie. That's all it was. It was a distraction, bruh. Damn. His interviews was a distraction so we can forget about the autopsy. So we can just eventually move on. Now that the kids talked, okay, y'all can just move on. It was a distraction. So they want you to get fatigued about this whole story and just move on. That's what they wanted. Exactly. It was all distractions, bruh. So you can get tired and move on. Damn. And he's still yapping, but we don't have an autopsy. It's almost a month later, dog. The independent autopsy came out, and we still don't have the original, but y'all want to say that Nolan drowned? If he drowned, you should have been had the autopsy. Come on, bruh. Come on, man. We got our thinking caps on, bruh. They can't fool us. I told y'all, they playing chess. They playing checkers. We playing chess. Officer Raccoon, they allowed him to do to do those interviews to stall, to kill time, so they can come up with a lie, bruh. That's why Officer Raccoon did those interviews. He's so slow. He went to the Nancy Grace, her platform. This dude said they did get told. They didn't get told by their company. He was so dumb. He actually hurting those kids. But he see money, so he not even thinking about the whole story. He see dollar signs. So he not thinking ahead. If it come out that those kids murdered Nolan, he cooked. His platform is cooked. Come on, bro. Officer Raccoon did those interviews to distract us. He wanted us to get fatigued and just move on to the next story. Now they want you to focus on Dr. Fauci. You see? I'm telling you, bro. Come on, man.
If there's anything that happened, those are the people going to have knowledge of what it is, and we need to be asking those questions down here, not across the country.
In Biloxi, Tyler Bell.
He said we need to ask those questions down here. No, we done with Mississippi, bro. We done with the racism. We asking these questions. Motherfucker, you lucky. I'll be on a boat asking these questions. You lucky I don't have a boat. I'll be on a boat doing these videos. You lucky. Nigga. Hold on, y'all. I'm put this phone on the charger right quick. Hold on 1 second. Appreciate everybody joining the live, man. Happy Saturday. Happy August 1st, man. First of the month. You know, new goals, new energy. We got to bring it. Let's go. Phone on the charger. We good, bro. We good. Okay. We Gucci. Let's move on, man. He want to talk about Mississippi better than that. But this was found in his building back in March.
Not an LLC. No receipts in your name. If it's not an LLC, it's in my personal account.
A staff member made Ku Klux Klan.
Let's see. Yeah, after this we got we're gonna look at one more thing with Fox News. And then we're gonna move on to Judge Mathis, because Judge Mathis did an interview. Judge Mathis did another interview that we're gonna react to in a few. All in guilty line, that's a fact. Don't let Nessie Grace take over y'all hard work. Oh no. And look, on the slick, I ain't gonna cap either. I'm kind of looking at Nessie Grace kind of side-eye too. I'm starting to see she's seeing all them views she getting, and she not really applying pressure in real life. It kind of looking like she doing that shit for clout too. So, like I say, bro, from Nancy Grace just got in this shit. We been talking about everything that's happening now. We already said that's what happened. I already told y'all that they was gonna that week that everybody this week. I told y'all last week that everybody was gonna start talking, bro. And this whole week, dog, everybody been talking. They've been throwing their own friends under the bus. But the Commissioner of Public Safety, he want to talk about people sending threats. And, even though I don't believe in that, but he want to talk about that. But, dude, you got KKK material in your building.
Klan materials were found inside a state government building this week. A staff member made the discovery as they were preparing to move out of the Department of Public Safety building. Many of you now want to know how they got there in the first place. Our Clinton Smith speaks with a civil rights activist and brings us her.
Oh yeah. Before we get to Judge Mathis, never mind. We'll get to Judge Mathis and we go break it down, his opinion, and I'm gonna just break it down. My last video I did about they all in the KKK, and that phone call, that boat audio was really them talking in code. They was really talking in code, so we're gonna break that down too. My phone on the charger. It's Saturday. We good, man. Get comfortable. We good.
Reaction, Clinton.
And she's troubled by this discovery. It includes things such as clothing KKK members wore, instructions on how to attack.
Chill RN. Appreciate that. 1999. I thank you. And you always support me on Instagram. Always support me. Send me information. Hey, I appreciate you for real. Appreciate that. Did you hear when she says call the Navy? Uh-oh. We'll go get into that.
Attack and harm people, along with applications to become a member. One civil rights activist says the materials are deeply disturbing, but she's even more troubled because of where they were found.
Just to put it in archive.
Fair use.
Just to document and no, it's not enough.
As she scrolls through the pictures for Priscilla Teal,
This is a lot.
these are not just old documents.
They don't feel that this is a threat.
They're painful reminders her family knows all too well.
Many people don't have any idea it was the Ku Klux Klan that killed Emmett Till.
See, Emmett Till is her cousin. The 14-year-old was brutally beaten and killed here in Mississippi after a white woman lied and said he whistled at her.
A lot of people don't realize right before Emmett Till was murdered, the Klan had murdered a whole family. Threw them in the same river that we found Emmett Till in.
That's what makes the dozens of items found in this small blue suitcase so alarming. They're from the 60s and they're connected to the Ku Klux Klan. They include a notebook showing the minutes from meetings, a memo on how their harassment tactics worked, and also information about how they conducted their meetings. The discovery also shows a white hood and robe that KKK members.
So they arresting people for sending threats. I understand like the crazy threats and stuff, but why nobody was arrested for this? You give the Crips and the Bloods, the Pyrus, you give all them a RICO charge. But the KKK never got a RICO charge. Think about that. Think about that. The KKK never got a RICO charge. But when it come to our people, RICO. And they love to attack all the rappers. But you know what somebody told me? Somebody that like worked in the police department and stuff like that for years. They told me, bruh, the reason why they attack like black rappers and stuff like that is because they really be hating on their lifestyle. It be cops that be hating on their lifestyle. So that's why they always doing investigations on black rappers. They be hating. Notice the people that's always talking, and look, yeah, it's a lot of rappers that's dangerous for our people, that they make music that, harm our people. But the same raccoons who talk down on black rappers, once they get money, who they want to look like, who they want to dress like, who they want to talk like, who they want to walk like. Look at Charleston White. He talked down on rappers every day. Him, Anton Daniels. When they get their money, who they want to live like. Who they want to dress like. Come on, bro. It's all envy. But you never got a RICO charge on the KKK. Never. Because why would they arrest themselves? Come on, bro. You never got a RICO charge on the KKK. But when it comes to our people, RICO. But y'all created this situation. If they would have never put crack in our neighborhoods, bro, we wouldn't be in none of this stuff. Left our music alone because they pushed the music. They took away the jobs. When we had Black Wall Streets, these people dropped bombs on our people. They flooded the black towns. Come on, bro. It's only so much we can fight back when y'all got the army on y'all side. Then when we do get an army, the Black Panthers, look what you do. You create laws that put them in prison for the rest of their life. They'll teach you about Martin Luther King, but they'll never teach you about the Black Panthers, who really started feeding the people. See, the Black Panthers was a threat, bruh, because they went not just to the poor people in the black community, but they went to the poor people in the Mexican community, in the white community. Bro, you had Fred Hampton go to a KKK rally, bro. A KKK meeting. And he was talking to them and he was telling them, bruh, we being set up. We being set up. That's why they had to kill Fred Hampton. That's why they had to kill him. That's why. But they don't teach you about Fred Hampton. Come on, bruh. But all day, they'll tell you, oh, the black community this, the black. Bro, you know how good it feels to live around your people? Ain't nobody community perfect. You go to the white community, they all on opioids. They all addicted to marijuana. Now, I ain't gonna say all of them, but for the most part, they all on opioids. Go to the West Coast, you will see. You will see. You will see. If you know, you know. Hold on, let me read these. Chief, ICE is different. Mississippi judge don't have jurisdiction over California. That's a fact. Appreciate you, Chief. Chief, this. Appreciate you. Nor do these dirty politicians or crooked cops ever get RICOs. They get retirement and severance. Come on, man. David, appreciate that. That's a fact. That's a fact. All I say is keep the same energy. Yeah, Fred Hampton's on 21. See, that's real knowledge, real power. See, they want you to believe that black people are not smart. Bro, we the smartest. So that's why they have to use the news media to show you our people at their lowest. So the news will always show you our people that's at their lowest point in life. They can always get better, and a lot of them do. But they go show you the bottom of the bottom to make you think, oh, all black people like this. No. But that's the power of propaganda in the media, bruh. That's the power of the media. But I'm so happy in 2000. I called it, bruh. Back in 2024, I called it. I said, bruh, shit about to change, dog. And it's changing. Slowly, but it's changing. Even the crime. Crime is going down where our people live, bruh. Crime going down. But they'll never tell you that. Even down here in New Orleans, crime going down. If you down here, if you know, you know. Our people on a whole new way of thinking, bruh, all over this country. And they don't like it. Even immigrants, certain immigrants, I ain't gonna say all of them ignorant, because a lot of immigrants, they not ignorant. Like, they know that black Americans built this country. But a lot of them, they don't like when we speak our truth. You know why? Because we off topic right now, but they feel bad about leaving where they from. How you gonna tell black Americans anything if you left Haiti because it's too much going on? You can't tell us anything. Out of everything that's going on, we still speaking up for our people. We still fighting for our people. And we the only ones doing that. That's why we the most hated. Because no matter what, we not running. No matter what, we not moving. We not moving to Ghana to escape what's going. Hell no. Hell no. Come on, bruh. That's why we the most hated. Everybody want us to bow down like they did. Bow down to Massa. What? What? My favorite part of watching that movie, The Spartans or whatever, was the last part, bruh. When dude thought they was gonna bow down and they just went out fighting, bruh. And that's our people, bruh. Like, no matter what, we not running like everybody else did. We don't run. You can say what you want to say. We don't run. No matter what they put our ancestors through, put us through, we still speak up. We not like every other group that don't talk about. They'll wave their flag. Oh, I'm from here. I'm from here. But they not speaking up for their people. They not back home putting Even speaking up for your people is powerful because if you got a job, you can lose your job for speaking up. So that's powerful too. How you gonna talk down on us, what we got going on, but you not speaking up for your people in Haiti? You only speak up for them when they go viral. On my channel, this 24/7. This a lifestyle. Ben. And this is why Black American people are so hated, bruh. So hated. You feel me? Because look, but we not hated when they want to deport people. So when they start deporting people, oh, now y'all understand what we was talking about. I don't care how much ass you kiss in this country, how much money you chase. When they get tired of you, they gonna get rid of you. Oh, we outwork Black Americans. We outwork. You think they give a damn about that shit? The damn dollar don't mean shit. Come on, bruh.
Used to wear.
I felt like when they found this material, the state of Mississippi immediately went to let's not talk about this and preserve it. No, we want to talk.
You see what she said? Back in March, when this was found in Commissioner Sean Tyndall's building, he said, let's not talk about it, let's preserve it. She said, no, we go talk about it. You see? The same thing with Nolan Wells. No, let's not talk about it. Let's keep it local. No, that's the problem. No, we in your business. We in your business. Shout out to this woman, dog. You know how real you gotta be to, like, in Mississippi talking like this? You gotta be a soldier. You gotta be a soldier because it's a lot of raccoons. We dealing with a lot of raccoons. So you gotta be a soldier. Shout out to this woman, dog.
Talked about. We want to investigate it. And I think the people within the state of Mississippi has a right to know what is in those files, who are the members.
The civil rights activist wants to know all of the names and details listed on the documents. Till admits she's also concerned that the artifacts were found inside the Department of Public Safety, which is a state agency.
I think it's very important to investigate why was this information in a government building, and are the same people that had this information still affiliated within law enforcement and different agencies around the state of Mississippi.
Now let's think about this. Remember, we had the Black Panthers, Fred Hampton, all of them, right? They attacked the Black Panthers, but they never attacked the KKK. Think about this. I'm talking about standoffs with the police officers in New York City, in Chicago, in New Orleans, in Oakland. I'm talking about standoffs with police officers, bro. But the police never attacked the KKK. Think about that shit, bro. And that's gonna tell you everything about this country, dog. They attacked the Black Panthers and they made sure that Fred Hampton didn't make it to be 30, 35. But all those grand wizards, they got to be 95, 90 years old. But our leaders was put in prison or they was murdered. Think about that. But they people get to live on. Get to talk about how much they love Jesus. Get to grow old. I'm glad I see through the BS, dog. I'm glad I saw through the BS at an early time. I wasn't fully healed like I am now, but I remember I learned about the Black Panthers after school, bro. I think I was on Netflix, and I saw a documentary come up. I probably was like, I'd say like 20, 21, something like that. And bro, I'm like, wait, what the hell? Who is Fred Hampton? We have to learn our history, but some Black people, they had parents that actually told them about their history. So shout out to the people that grew up like that, dog. Shout out to the people who grew up with parents or family members who put them on game early, bro. Shout out to y'all, dog. Because I learned this shit when I was 20, 21. That's when I saw a documentary, and it changed my whole life. So shout out to the people who grew up with parents who gave y'all the right books to read and not no damn book about what her name was. Shit, I can't think of her name now. But they didn't give y'all no books that wasn't true. Shout out to y'all parents, bro. Better late than never. That's a fact.
So when it comes to what happens next, the materials have now been turned over to the Department of Archives and History. They're being processed right now as we speak. The department plans to eventually put all of the materials on display for the entire public.
And yeah, look, man, shout out to Fred Hampton Jr. He actually, like, when that stuff was going on with the fake Black Panthers or whatever, he actually sent me a DM during that time, bro. But and shout out to him, bro, for even being alive, dog, because when they came to murder his father, his mom was pregnant on side of him in that house, and they just shot in the house. So shout out to him for even being alive, dog. Like, they really attacked our people. That's how you know we the truth, bro. That's how you know we the truth. In every generation, we fought back. That's why slavery ended, because we was fighting back. They just didn't want to tell people that, but that's why. It was too much. They couldn't control our people like they used to, because they started fighting back. And now they know they got to catch us when you alone. They can't catch you when you in a group. So that's why they keep talking about, when you see Black kids in the group, see, they want to catch you alone. They don't like when you grouped up. They don't like when you living amongst your people. So they want you to move away from your people and move to a Caucasian suburb where you by yourself, you're isolated. They can do whatever they want to do to you. And they can say, oh, he drowned. Yeah, he drowned. That's it. Wow, my mom moved, haven't spoken in years. Yeah, Indiana is. It depends. Gary, that's why our people in Gary, we got a lot of people in Indianapolis. But Indiana, boy, that's another KKK headquarters. Like I said, I drove trucks 10 years. In certain places, when you go to the DOT, the way station, in certain places, boy, you be like, oh, bro, here we go. Indiana, Arkansas, Wisconsin, Mississippi. In certain places, bro, pulling over to them way stations, you like, here we go. It's about to be some. Once you see them buzz cuts, you know them buzz cuts. Once you see them certain haircuts, bruh, you be like, here we go. Here we go. Especially Arkansas, boy. I think I put Arkansas, to me, Mississippi and Arkansas, and it's Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, Wisconsin, and I'm going to say, I don't know, because you got Kentucky, you got Illinois. You got put Illinois up there. God damn, boy. Yeah, Arkansas naked, bruh. Louisiana, bruh, you can go on and on. So that's why I say this is sundown country, bruh. As Black people, they want to drive you away from your people so they can move to these Black neighborhoods and gentrify it, dog. Look at Georgia. Atlanta, they gentrifying Atlanta now. Everywhere you go, even New Orleans, they come into your historical Black neighborhoods and they moving in, bro. They moving in, dog. But they telling you, oh, get your money up and move where they at. Nah, bro, we gotta stop that shit. We gotta stop that shit. We gotta start back putting money in our communities, dog. We got to start picking up the trash. We got to start cutting the grass. We got to start pressure washing the buildings. We got to do that shit, dog, because they gentrifying every black city, every black neighborhood, dog. They want the energy. Come on, man. This is the best comment I got in a minute. Chantrell, they want the energy. That's why they come to New Orleans. They want that energy. You should see them at the second lines. They be like, what the hell is this? Because you go to the suburbs where they live, it be boring as hell, bruh. If I'm lying, tell me it be boring. It'll be no energy. It'll be nothing. You go to New York, you got immigrants taking care of their kids. See, I'm about to break this shit down. We still got some more to go, but I'm about to break this shit down. They love telling y'all that Caucasian people are so family oriented. Bro, that's a lie. It's a lie. You know what I learned in New York, bro? They get Jamaican women, Haitian women, Caribbean women to take care of their kids, bro. They don't even take care of their kids, bro. These be full-time nannies. Taking care of these Caucasian kids, bro. But they come, and I ain't saying this all immigrants that say this about black American people, but I'm saying as a whole, they say, oh, black American people, they lazy. We're not lazy, but what y'all doing, our ancestors did that shit, and we ain't going for that shit no more. We just not willing to do that downgrading shit. I learned, bruh. Now, if you just babysitting kids and shit here and there, I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about that's a way of life. They get Jamaican women, Haitian women to take care of these Caucasian kids. Then the Caucasian kids grow up, they like, I don't care about my parents. When they parents get old, they throw their ass in the nursing home. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of Karens. See, look, that's why I say it ain't all Jamaican. It ain't all Jamaican people, bro. It's not all Jamaican people and Haitian people. But you got a lot of them that's on that, on that coonery shit. But Caucasian people, they want to tell you that black Americans, that black people they not family oriented like white people. Bruh, when they parents get old, they throw them in a nursing home. I don't care how much money they have. Matter of fact, the more money they have, the quicker they throw their ass in the home and take all their money. But they want to gaslight you and raise bait you to get you to feel some type of way, telling you that Caucasian people are family oriented. That's a lie, bruh. That's a lie, dog. It's a lie. They don't take care of their kids. As a whole, they get nannies to take care of their kids full time. That's why when their kids grow up, they be resenting their parents. Fuck, I don't know you. You ain't take care of me. Then they throw their parents in a nursing home. Go to the nursing, bro. I worked in 2 nursing homes. I know what I'm talking about, bro. I worked in 2 nursing homes. Even when black people in nursing homes, they family come to see them. They gonna have somebody in that family that loves them. It could be a niece, a great niece or something. Somebody in that family is gonna go visit them. A lot of times, it be the Caucasian people they never got family members come and check on them. They might got money, but no family. Damn, boy, the game is cold. The game is cold. I worked at 2 nursing homes, bro, in my 20s, dog. I saw this shit in real life. Exactly. See, I'm glad my people see, bro. I'm glad we see. Let's move on to Judge Mathis. Hold up. Is it this right here?
You got
No.
The forensic autopsy came back, and lo and behold,
Hold on, read y'all comment real quick. We respect our that's a fact. We see they've been doing that shit forever too. 3D glasses on, it's a fact. Hospice too. Yup. I worked and volunteered in nursing homes. You are speaking facts in real life. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. Like, my mom worked in a nursing home. Guess what? My mom said them white folks never showed until they're on a dying bed. That's a fact, man. I saw it. Sunshine Hand. I saw it. I saw it. They do whatever their systematic structures provides. Let's fly. Come on, man. We not taking no more. Come on, man. FBA, what's popping? What's popping? Come on, man. Come on. Now, I like Judge Mathis because you know why I like him? Because he gonna always speak the truth. Like, even if a person is black, he not gonna take your side just because you black. Like, if he feels some way, he gonna say that shit. Growing up in my grandmother's house, watching Judge Mathis, he gonna speak his side. So when he says something as a judge, as an attorney, bruh, that's been doing this for years, I don't know how old he is. I thought Judge Mathis was old when I was a teenager, when I was young. So when he says something, you gotta really listen because he been doing this shit. So let's listen, bro. Let's listen. Facts, unlike Joe. Yeah, Joe Brown, bro. Like I say, sometimes he on our side, sometimes he on that. He on that raccoon stuff. They literally kill my mama. They hating ass raccoons who works. Hey, Sunshine, I actually did a video about that. This a woman in North Carolina. They put poison on her mother's open wounds, and she shot the attorneys in court. Like, they killed her mother in North Carolina, and they tried to cover it up. Like, that's what they do, man. That's what they do. Let's go.
the forensic autopsy came back, and lo and behold,
And yeah, bro, shout out to the Art of Dialogue. He really be doing some great interviews. Shout out to him. Hold on. Display. Fair use disclaimer. Fair use. Let's go.
even though they're trying to downplay it, and I understand Ben Crump and NAACP and others don't want to try and jump to conclusion or step too far out, but the forensic autopsy showed that there was what they call discoloration. No, I call them bruises in the back of the head.
You see how Caucasian people love to use, you gotta watch their wording, bro. That's why they manipulated the court system. It's all about wording. Saying the wrong thing can ruin your life in the court system. So you gotta get a crooked attorney to represent you in a crooked system. And you wonder why black people, especially black men, they just hate the court system because they know it's crooked. But listen to what he just said, bro. Remember the Caucasian doctor, whatever? He was like, it's discoloration in the back of his head. His blood went down. No, it's a bruise. You see?
That there was what they call discoloration. No, I call them bruises in the back of the head, appearing that someone has had their hand pressed at the back of their head, at the back of Nolan's head. That's concerning to me. And so hopefully we'll get some more insight on that. I'm not sure. It seems like there's another opportunity for them to investigate something physiological. I'm just not sure because as far as I knew, the forensic autopsy is as far as you go, but we'll see. But yeah, that's what causes new concern. And then you've had different stories coming out from the teenagers. One of the young men himself spoke out about it, claiming they had begged Nolan to get on the boat, and that he wouldn't. Then there's the woman that he's supposed to have stayed back with, I think her name Katie or something. Well, he was supposed to have stayed back with Katie, that was their story. However, Katie's friend says that she saw him only in passing on the island, didn't stay with him, and Katie isn't saying anything at all. So it's a lot of moving parts here, and I'm just hoping it's not one of those, quite frankly, and if his friends didn't have anything to do with it, and they truly left him behind, etc., etc. He has discoloration, bruises on the back of his neck. Something happened. And quite frankly, this is Mississippi, where in 1955, which sparked the civil rights movement, Emmett Till was killed for so-called whistling at a white woman. And now we're hearing Nolan Wells stayed back to be with a white woman. And he turns up dead with bruises behind his neck. That's the context I'm putting this in. It's Emmett Till, perhaps, all over.
Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Florence, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is it coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's going up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
That I did not know that existed. And if this is authentic radio transmission between the dispatcher and the caller, then certainly this turns it on its head. They're observing him in shirt, asking if he's dead.
You see how everybody use their common sense? Let's go back. Because while he on the phone, he can't concentrate. The person on the phone talking to the dispatcher, he can't concentrate because he's trying to figure out like what they're going to do with Nolan. So that's why he's not hearing her. That's why he's delayed. That's why he's not answering her questions, because they trying to figure out what's going on with Nolan. He's not even worried about the boat sinking. She asking him, is it up to your ankles? If you sinking, bro, you're gonna give the dispatcher everything she needs to come save y'all. And if you sinking, you telling me it was no other boats on that island to help y'all? That's how they know. Bro, they was talking in code the whole time. Go back and watch my video from the other day. They was talking in code, bro. You telling me it's thousands of other boats on that island, and you sinking and another boat never came to help y'all? You telling me nobody came to help y'all, but the boat is sinking? No. When they say sinking, that means they are in a dilemma. They trying to get rid of a body. They talking code, bro. They talking in code. It was thousands of people on that island, and nobody came to help them. We're gonna break the audio down too after this, man, because I got a whole new perspective. Let's go.
Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Florence, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is it coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey,
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
it's coming up. We're just thinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
That I did not know that existed. And if this is authentic radio transmission between the dispatcher and the caller, then certainly this turns it on its head. They're observing him in shirt, asking if he's dead. Whoever on that call, with the technology we have now, and with interviews amongst the folks who were there, or the phone that the emergency call came from, the dispatcher has that number. Someone can get it. Then you'll go to the person who made the call and say, "What did you see?" This is real easy, if that is the case. So we'll see what they do with this evidence. The fact that there's some audio from the dispatcher where the person calling asks, or in the background, one or the other, asks, "Oh my God, is he dead?"
Come on. Now look, if Judge Mathis heard that, you know it's true. You know we ain't tripping. If he heard that, you know we ain't tripping. Listen what he just said.
Calling, ask, or in the background, one or the other, ask, "Oh my God, is he dead?" So that's a whole new level of evidence that I'm interested in seeing where they go with that.
And that's why the autopsy is still not released. The autopsy was supposedly completed yesterday. It's not released, bruh. Because now they wasn't expecting people to pick up that back audio. That's why on the original video, we're going to all listen to it. On the original audio, they played music the first 7-8 seconds so you couldn't hear anything. And they isolated the sound out. That's why it took them 22 days to release the full audio. That's why, because they was tampering with the evidence. That's why. Why would they give us GPS coordinates of a boat we never seen? Then they wait to give us the audio. Come on, bruh. Oh my God, is he dead? Bro, that's all the evidence you really need to start this trial. This gonna be an all-year thing, bro. This ain't going nowhere.
It sounds like you're looking at something that has already happened, and you witnessed what happened, and you're saying, "Did he die from what I just saw?"
And that's why in the interviews, everybody was like, "Oh, the last time I saw Nolan was at 3:00. We left the island at 4:30 and we yelled at him to come on a boat." So if the last time y'all saw Nolan was at 3, but you left at 4:30, which one was it? It don't make sense. And you tell me the last time you saw Nolan, you looked at Nolan and you looked at your watch and you said, "Oh, it's 3:00. Let me put that in my notes." Come on, bruh. We all know how it is to lie when you 18, 17 years old. You gonna go to the extreme. You gonna say, "Mama, I was here at 2:00. Lying your ass off. That's what those kids did. They was lying. Everybody had a set time. The time was so perfect. Nobody ever see when I lied as a teenager. If I said something was a time, I say like 3:17. I would never say 3:00. No, that's too obvious. You gotta say an odd number. Come on, bro. Last time I saw him was 2:00. The last time I saw him was 12:00. What? So everybody remember the time, but you don't remember how Nolan died? But everybody remember the last time they saw him. You want to know why? Because they trying to remove themselves out of the picture. That's why they took his phone and they deleted everything that had them included. Yeah, TMZ's so fake because TMZ was taking the side of the Caucasian boys, but when their audio came out, then they start trying to switch it up. They keep going back and forth, bro. TMZ fake, bro. Exactly. Yeah, they compromise, bro. So you really can't trust these compromised people, bro. They try to act like they radical and they compromise, dog.
That's what you're saying. Oh, is he dead? Or what? Somebody walked you from around the park and said, hey, or around the other boat dock and say, hey, come look at this. No, you were there. So if that video and audio is correct, it's a whole nother level of evidence that indicates culpability. You call the Coast Guard, and you don't call his mother first. You call the Coast Guard. I mean, these are teenagers. This isn't like these are middle-aged people who, yes, you are a responsible enough person. Okay, I'll call the Coast Guard, and I know how they operate, and I know how to communicate with them, and I know the questions they're going to ask, and I know the answers to give. No, you are a teenager. You need an adult to handle those situations, and you need a trusted adult that you go to. You go to either your own parent, you call. You say, Mama, my man is missing. Nolan is missing. What do we do? And they say, call 911 and have you call his parents. Maybe he called them. Well, no, we have his phone. Oh, he left his phone? Yeah, he left his phone. Why did he leave his phone? But
And look, I told you I remember everything. They didn't call his mother until 11 o'clock p.m. Damn! Damn! They didn't call his mama until 11 p.m. once they had their whole story organized. I just thought about that shit. While all this going on, they called his mama at 11 p.m. Damn! So it was never a pool party. The whole day was them riding around trying to figure out where to dump his body. See? And look, I ain't even hear her say that, but I just put it together. The whole 4th of July was them riding around trying to dump the body. That's it. That's why they went to Fort Bayou. They didn't go there to party again. They was gonna dump the body there, but they met somebody, and that person, they kept it on a boat. The next day, they brought the body back to Horn Island, and they put the body face down to make it look like he just washed up. Because the dad said the first day they went there, the body wasn't there. But he said the next day they went, the body was there. Come on, bro. The whole day of 4th of July, they was riding around. That's why they wanted to throw us off with the GPS. They gave us a GPS to a boat we never seen. So even the media was in on it. The media gave us a GPS of the wrong boat. The media gave us a GPS of the wrong boat. The other GPS that took him back to the island, we don't have that GPS. And why give us a GPS if Nolan never left the island? Because they guilty. They told on themselves right there. Come on, bro, this shit ain't hard, man. I told y'all in Mississippi, them people not smart, bro. The racist Caucasian people in Mississippi are not smart. They not.
But that's what would have happened. Would you call the Coast Guard if you're a teenager and your man ends up missing? Would you call the Coast Guard first? Or would you call your parents and say, what do I do? Or call his parent and say, what do I do? You're a teenager. You're calling somebody close and informed. Somebody close that you can trust and is informed and that's close to him as well. And they didn't do that. Instead, as you say, they called the Coast Guard and told them what? How did they know? How long was he missing? Had they found the body? What did you call the Coast Guard for? What did you call the Coast Guard for? He told you he was going to be left behind. Did he have a curfew? Did he tell you he was going to be at this amount of time? Why is it that you felt the need to call the Coast Guard at any point before he had been found drowned? There was no need. My man partied. Oh, he must have spent the night with her. Oh, man, Nolan getting it in. Shit, we might not see Nolan for a couple of...
Exactly. In one of my lives, I said the same thing. Why call the Coast Guard and not call his mama? And then when they called his mama, they told her not to worry, we're gonna find him. What? How you gonna tell a mother not to worry and her son is missing? I told y'all, bruh.
Days, such and such and such and such. That's how you feel. If you trust that everything is all right with your man, it's only if you think something is wrong that you determine you need to call the authorities.
So it was actually bruises behind his head.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, what else? Why is it only there in the back of your neck, which is coincidentally how you drown somebody? You put their head in the back of the neck and not let them up?
Bam. And didn't Tristan say he was in the fight? And right after the fight, he said he left. Did that fight involve Nolan? And is that the reason why Tristan had his arms folded the whole interview? Did that, because Tristan said he got in a fight, but he's not going to say who he got in the fight with. He said he's not going to say their name. Because he said the person was taken up because he was talking to his girlfriend crazy, and the person was taken up for his girl. And Tristan said right after the fight, he left. He said even his uncle was calling him crazy. And his uncle said, hop in the boat, we leaving. Remember that? His uncle said, hop in the boat, we leaving. Did Tristan? Oh, okay. See? That's why they said, Bart. What the fuck, Bart? Come on. We know there was a fight. After that fight, is that when everybody left and they started panicking about the boat? He fucked up when he said he got in the fight, whatever they got in the fight. That's the part he was talking too much. But I told y'all 2 weeks ago, I told y'all they're gonna start talking. And look what we have. Tristan has arms folded the whole time. Somebody just asked, did Tristan have scars on his arm? Is that why his arm was folded? See, this is why they hate the internet, bro. This is why they hate the internet, dog. This is why they hate it. In the video, Nolan was right there with Tristan, tried to lie and say his voice. Exactly. And dude had the raccoon coach. That's not Nolan's voice, bruh. Come on, bro. Nolan was on coke and alcohol and drowned in the water. No, he wasn't. You on coke and alcohol. You on coke and alcohol. What his name is? Tommy. Come on, bro. You telling me your mama had all day to name you, and you came out, she said your name is Tommy. Come on, Tommy. I see why you mad.
And they try to push up, but you got the head down, so the head bruises in the back of the neck because somebody tried to hold it down or did hold it down. I'm only presenting the facts, and I only made the analogy to Emmett Till because it's the same optics. However, do I know whether it's the same? Do I know any of the factors that I'm suggesting is accurate? No, but I am making observations about the facts as I see them. And then I am, yes, speculating. And quite frankly, in the law, you're not supposed to speculate. You're supposed to have hard facts. But in this case, since nobody's given us any hard facts, we can't get into the information that we need, then yes, we're left to only speculate.
That's a fact. So let's go to back to the original. Let's go back to the original boat audio. That's gonna be the last thing we talk about right now. Hold, 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Let me put this in. Boat audio. Nolan Wells. Here we go.
Smart founders know something most people miss. Get your
I'm gonna keep missing it. Shut the hell up. See? That's what I can't play it for a long time because, copyrights and shit. But that's what I was talking about, bruh. Look at what everybody was already on the phone. So why is this even playing? The dispatcher, she was already on the phone. The dude look, this what they did on the original audio. So shout out to that woman again, I forgot her name, who took all this out and allowed us to hear the true audio. But this what they did to this audio. Listen, as soon as it played, everybody was already on the phone. But it took 22 days to put this out because they had to edit it some type of way. That's why they took out when he was saying his phone number. They muted certain parts. So that's why it's quiet during certain parts. It wasn't because they lost signal. No. They muted out certain parts. They edited that music in. That's why it took 22 days to give us this dispatch call. If they were so innocent, bruh, when you innocent, bruh, you put the truth on the table from the jump. When you innocent, you put the truth on the table from the jump because you got nothing to hide. But when you guilty, it take you 22 days to give us this. It took them 22 days to give us this. Why? Because they was trying to edit the audio. And they did. They muted out certain parts. So I don't believe this is the original audio. That's why the call kept going in and out. It wasn't because they didn't have no service. That's not true. That's not true. They took their time and they muted certain parts of this audio. That's why, this is the original audio. So they claim they played this music. Listen. That part was edited in. They took their time and they edited that part in to make you think, oh, that's the hold version. That's the on hold version. No, bro. You heard them talking at the beginning, but they put that music so you couldn't hear it. Tamaka, exactly. I noticed that. But when the woman who did the audio, she took all that out, then you heard what they was talking about. Come on, bro. You see? Oh my God. But they tried to put the music in front of it so you couldn't hear it. If you find the words of that song. What's the words of that? Janet, yeah. Shout out to Janet, man. What's the words of that song? Because I never knew it was a song. I just thought it was like the on hold version of like you on hold, but I heard it loud and clear. Exactly. You don't say, oh my God, with emotion because the boat is taking on water. Facts, the KKK has never had a recall. Okay. Let's go. You see? They tried to block what they were saying with that music. And even when she get on the phone, they isolated the background sound so you can barely hear it. And they muted out certain parts of the recording, the phone number, when he was saying the phone number. That's why it's a lot of quiet parts of this audio, because they muted certain parts out. That's why it took them 22 days. What you think they was doing for 22 days with this audio? You think they was just sitting there and not doing anything with it? Come on, bro. Name of the song is DC Sniper. They going down. Oh shit. Let me screenshot that. Appreciate you. See, that's why I love going live. These no family already has autopsy report. Oh, they do? Israel, are you on IG? I need to send you something. Yeah, it's introvert rockstar. Appreciate that. Subpoena the uncensored. Exactly. They were setting up to play. Exactly. Look what they did, man. And this is the news outlet. They tried to play us. Look what they did.
Tito Assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Florence, and our village pump's not working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the work?
Somebody, hold on, y'all. Somebody said it. Same as Carmelo. Exactly. That's what they do. But see, with Carmelo, they waited over a year. Then they released it on Juneteenth. And then when they released it, you saw everything but the confrontation. They made sure his audio was clear on the body cam footage. But for some reason, they couldn't show you how the stabbing happened. Because what I seen, Carmelo was running away. No blood on his hands. No blood on his clothes. So how he stabbed somebody? In the heart. Come on, bro. Come on, man. What you think they did with that audio? Look, I want y'all to think about something. I want y'all to go back to that Carmelo Anthony video. I want you to notice how not one time did they show Carmelo Anthony's face during that whole video. So, remember they were trying to say, he said, I did it. Carmelo didn't say that. We never saw his lips. And they had that video, they had that footage for over a year. What you think they was doing to that footage for over a year? With Carmelo Anthony, it was a part, he said, I did it. But we didn't see his face or his lips. All you heard was the audio. And it still sounded weird. It didn't even sound like his voice. Go back and watch it. Not one time did they show his lips or his face. All they showed was the back of his head. They manipulated the video to get a confession, bruh. Come on, man. Come on, bruh. Go back and watch that footage of Carmelo Anthony. They never showed his lips or his face. They only showed the back of his head. They had the audio for over a year. What did you think they did to that audio for over a year? They manipulated it, dog. Come on, bro. Check messages on coordinates. Exactly. Appreciate you, TLR. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Always supporting. They did the same thing for OJ and Clay. Exactly. They've been doing this. So that's why they really love AI now. They really, why you think they pushing AI so much? You know why, bro? Because crime pays. They don't want crime to stop. They gotta keep sending people to jail so they can get paid. Keep sending people to prison so they can get paid. They never showed Carmelo Anthony's face when he said, I did it. We never saw his face or his lips. All you heard was an audio. I mean, if I'm tripping, just tell me I'm tripping, bro. And then, just like he said, Remington said, they put us out of sport. And then, exactly. Come on, man.
Word coming up, sir.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Bourne, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking, and y'all please tell me the membership.
All right, of course. How far is the word coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey,
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
it's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
All right, well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on my account, sir.
I don't know the phone number. It's either. I think it's. Try that.
You see, I think it's, they tell you everything you say is being recorded, but they muted certain parts. And somebody said it, a clan membership. Exactly. I'm pretty sure we have a membership. Keep listening, man, because I really want to get to that second part with the captain.
All right.
I know we have a membership like guaranteed.
All right, unless you have a membership number.
I guaranteed.
It's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at
Look.
All right, and is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How many? All right, do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
That nigga said, he said, what? He said, hell no. Hell no, we don't need that right now. If a boat is sinking, the dispatcher has your undivided attention, bruh. What was they doing on that boat while on that phone? And why did it take them 22 days to release this audio? 22 days.
All right. All right, do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message.
Hold on. The island. Remember they said the United Navy Cajun dude.
Being creative is expensive enough already.
The island don't have service, but listen to what she just said.
Let me go look. Do not need that.
All right. All right, do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Listen.
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message.
So you can send text messages, but everybody said the island didn't have service. But you can get text messages, you can make phone calls. And his phone, it wasn't going in and out because he had bad service. It's going in and out because they muted certain parts. That island had cell phone service. It had service. This 2026, bruh. You can have cell phone service anywhere they want to put service at. The government owns that island. You think it's no service there? Come on, bro. That's a government-owned island. You think they don't have service there? Yeah. But the whole time they told us it don't have service. That was another lie we caught them in. How it don't have service, but you calling from a boat. So ironic that this membership goes straight to the grandpa. Come on, man. There's some clan shit, and they talking in code the whole time. I don't believe the dispatcher knew because, like, she was like low key panicking. Like, is the water up to your ankles? Like, she was really trying to get him to give her information, but he talking in code.
Hey, North, are you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm available.
North, pedigree, but 4672.
All right, 4672. All right, you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
He said, "Yeah, what?"
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have to be in radio.
All right, well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684.
And I finally put it together, dog. By them being drunk on a boat and driving a boat, they should all be arrested. And then they told on themselves in the interviews, oh, we was drunk. By them being underage, driving a boat, on a boat, and drinking, that's illegal. Why nobody arrested yet? But they don't have no problem arresting people in California, in Cincinnati, because they talking about this situation. But these are underage kids driving a boat, drinking, high, and nobody got arrested. You know why nobody got arrested, bro? Because that judge, she was on the island. It was a lot of adults on the island with those kids. That's how I knew that they talking in code right here. That's why the tow never came, because the boat was never sinking. If a boat is sinking, you don't think other people are going to help you? You wouldn't have to call a dispatch. It's thousands of boats on Horn Island. We're sinking. Come on, bruh. They're well connected. Who provided drugs and alcohol? I think that was your boy Bart, because he was over 21. He was 21, I think. So that's what I think.
North, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
Right, it looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
on Horn
Island?
Island. Yeah.
All right, is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We are sinking, yeah.
Is it aground is the question?
No, we're not aground. We are in
Okay.
17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
All right, have to ask. What do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back?
I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
All right, where would you like it towed to, sir?
Been towed to Ocean Springs or Fort Bayou Lawn.
He said, I want to get this boat unsink and out of here. They talking in code, bro. Because they went to Fort Bayou because they wanted to see where they were going to dump the body there, but they left the body there. And I'm thinking, this is what I'm trying to put together. Did they already have a plan to murder Nolan that day? Did they plan his murder? Did they already have somebody at Fort Bayou waiting? Was this call planned. I mean, if I'm tripping, tell me I'm tripping. Was this shit planned? But it didn't go how they wanted to go. And that's how the background noise, we heard everything in the background. But was everything planned? Did they know they was gonna call the tow company dispatch? That's why the grandfather and the captain was already on the same page. Did they know days ahead that they was gonna murder Nolan? Think about that shit. Did they know days ahead that they was gonna murder Nolan? Ain't nobody talking about that. Because everybody, how did he know, okay, we going to Fort Bayou? Was the person waiting at Fort Bayou already waiting to bring his body back to Horn Island? But the way it went down, they messed up by talking in the background. They messed up right here, bro. I told y'all, man. I believe they plan to murder him. Because how ironic, you murder him the weekend before he goes to camp. I want y'all to think about that shit. They murdered him the weekend before he goes to football camp. He goes to college. Was this already planned? Was the statement planned? Was the Katie lie planned? Was the everybody giving a statement, the governor, the commissioner, the sheriff, the medical examiner, was everything planned? Damn. Ain't nobody even talking like this, bro. In my opinion, it's too ironic that he was headed to college to go to camp. It's just too ironic, bro, that everybody had a statement ready. It's too ironic that the grandfather knew what the captain already. It's just too ironic. Was this call just an alibi? The dispatcher the whole time trying to get him to stay. Did the person that called the dispatcher, did he panic too bad? Because we got to start over. Did the dispatcher, was she trying to keep him on script? Just like Carmelo, exactly. Was the dispatcher trying to keep him on script? That's why she was asking him, how many adults? Sir? Was the dispatcher trying to keep the caller on script? Because at the end of the day, they still kids. You can have a script, but when the shit really go down, they panic. They panic. So let's listen to it again and I feel like this was planned. And a dispatcher is trying to keep, are you on Horn Island? Where else they gonna be at? I feel like the dispatcher was trying to keep him on script, but he's a kid. When shit really go down, they panic. Premeditated. This shit was premeditated, bro. They planned this all along. And you know why they planned it? I'm going to tell y'all. Let's break this shit down. In my opinion, they did this because of what happened with Carmelo and Austin Metcalf. Put it together. Nolan, a star football player, headed to college. Surrounded by Caucasian kids. He gets murdered on an island with over 3,000 people. Nobody knew. This was payback for Carmelo. This was premeditated. This was premeditated. The dispatcher knew all along, in my opinion. Allegedly. Y'all say that shit. But in my opinion, I believe the dispatcher knew all along The kids panicked, and that's why we got more evidence. Because they panicked, we got more evidence. See? How ironic, he is murdered the weekend before he goes to football camp. How ironic. This is payback for the Carmelo situation, dog. That's all it is. That's why they so at ease with sitting back. That's why they can sit down. That's why Officer Raccoon was allowed to do an interview and talk about what happened. That's why those kids were giving interviews, because they know, they think they protected. But one thing they didn't expect it to go this far. They didn't expect, okay, appreciate you. They didn't expect it to go this far. But I believe that everything was premeditated. Now, like I say, this is the last thing we're going to talk about. So let's start this thing over. And now that we got a new perspective, the dispatcher knew, in my opinion, she knew as well. She was trying to guide him to say what was on the script. And was he reading from a script? That's why he kept hesitating. Let's go.
Assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Bourne, and our village pump's not working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey,
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
it's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
All right, well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on my account, sir?
I don't know the phone number. It's either. I think it's. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. I don't
All
have
right,
the tag
unless
on
you
here.
have a
We got
membership
ripped off.
number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at
All right, and is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How
on
many?
board.
All right, do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast?
You heard her? Y'all gotta listen.
All right, and is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How
on
many?
board.
All right, do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
Meaning, nigga, remember your script. That's what that part meant. Remember what to say. That's it, bruh. This was all revenge for Carmelo. That's it. That's it. That's all it was, bruh. That's all it was. Vicky was coaching him the whole time. Damn, Vicky. I thought you was innocent.
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right, do you have your current GPS coordinates?
I say clearly he's drunk. Exactly. Exactly.
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message.
Hey, North. Alright, are you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm available.
North, Creek, Bond, 4672.
All right, 4672. All right, you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
Your boy drunk and she getting on his nerves. Yeah, what? Your boy drunk and high. But imagine, Now it coming out that, oh, Nolan was heavily drinking. But in every picture we saw, I didn't see Nolan with a beer can in his hand. I saw them white boys with beer cans in their hands. We can hear them white boys was drunk and high, but they saying Nolan was heavily drinking. Come on, bro. They projecting. They projecting. It was really them. You heard Tristan. Tristan say he was drunk. It was really them. It was really them. Come on, man.
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have to be in radio.
All right. Well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, the coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
Right. It looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
on
Island?
Yes.
All right. Is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We are sinking, yes.
Is it aground? Is the question?
No, we're not aground. We are in
Okay.
17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
All right. Have to ask.
See, he kept forgetting the script. We in 17 foot, we in 31. He's drunk and high, bro. They messed the whole thing up. They messed it up.
And what do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back?
I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
All right. Where would you like it towed to, sir?
Then tow it to Ocean Springs or Fort Bayou Lawn.
This why they gave us the GPS to show us the Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Think about this shit. This why they gave us the GPS from this island to Ocean Springs to Fort Bayou. That's why they gave us the GPS, because they already had it planned. Think about that shit. That's why they gave us the GPS. Oh, they went from the island. They went to... Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. I'm about to touch my screen, like a touch screen.
All right. How many adults and children on board?
No, there's no children.
So, is there anybody on board? How many adults, sir? That was the question. Hello, can you hear me?
Better jump in and pull the plug while you're doing.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yep, I just need you to answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain.
Okay.
How many adults on board?
There's 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody here is over the age of 21.
See, he's so scared about the cops coming because they drinking and high, and in my opinion, they got a body on the boat. He's so worried about that he can't even tell her how many people on the boat. But he's still telling on himself.
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person?
Sir, that was not the question. You hear it? She's coaching him. She know every fucking thing. She's coaching him, bruh. Listen, I know I wasn't tripping.
Or
There's 0 adults on board.
there's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat?
Disney Plus.
Hello?
Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat?
Yes, there's lots of people breathing on the boat.
All right, how many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right, thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
All right. Verify what.
Somebody said, what if this is an initiation? I think it is. That's why I say go back and watch my last video. That's what it is. To get these young kids to carry on their traditions, bro. You telling me it was over 3,000 people on that island and nobody saw how Nolan died? But he supposedly died on the island? Think about that. Yes, like they want the KKK, they want to keep that shit going, bro. That's why they all so confident in doing interviews. But they didn't expect people to go this hard. So that's why they suing people. That's why they arresting people. Because they want you to shut up. That's what it is, man. Where you think gangs, the Bloods and the Crips learn how to be a gang? They got that shit from police officers. Tupac said it in an interview. They learned how to be a gang because they was dealing with crooked ass police officers. That's how it started, protecting the community. These are the real gangs. And this is an initiation, dog. That's what it is.
What boat's sinking?
That's right, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot truck offshore sea flight pole.
All right. All right. Please hold. I'm transferring you to the local captain now.
Okay, thank you.
So the boat is, so hold on. The boat is in, bruh, if my boat is in 30, if we in 31 foot of water, bruh, 31 feet of water, and we are sinking, why everybody, even though they panicking in the background, they trying to act calm. If a boat is sinking, I'm on that bitch yelling. Come on, bruh. 31 feet of water? Bruh, I'm yelling in 8 I'm yelling in 8 feet of water. Once that water get over 6 feet, this shit's serious. Once this water get over 6 feet, it's serious. It's serious. Make it make sense. You said 31, son? Bruh, matter of fact, 31, I'm not even going to that shit. Bruh, I look at a pool and it say 6 feet. I'm like, that's too deep for me, boy. That's too deep for me, boy. Come on, bruh. 31 and the boat is sinking and y'all that calm? Oh, let me put you on hold. Let me talk to the captain while your boat is sinking. Initiation, dog. Your boat sinking over 31 feet of water, but let me put you on hold to talk to the captain. Okay.
This is Captain Seth.
Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today?
Doing good, how are you?
Good, good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee for service come up under...
Let me tell y'all, bro. I ain't learned how to swim until a later age, but I remember we was in summer camp, and I got a little brother. So, like, my little brothers was probably, like, 8 years old. So, I'm probably, like, 15, 14, probably younger than that. I'm probably, like, 12, something like that. So, I couldn't swim. So, I'm in 3 feet I got my feet in the water. I'm looking at my little brothers. They, like, 8 years old, bro. Like, my cousin was the lifeguard. He just threw them in 12 feet. They learned swimming, bro. They learned how to swim by my cousin just throwing them at 8, 7 years old. He just threw them in, and they learned how to swim, bro. I was like, bruh, if you throw me in 12 feet and I make it out, you a dead man. I probably was too old. That's why. But he wanted to throw me in 12 feet. I'm like 12, 13 at the time. I said, bruh, if you throw me in 12 feet and I make it out, you a dead man, bruh. You think I care that my little brother's swimming? Hell no. I'm proud. But guess who ain't gonna swim? Me. But my little brother's dog, yeah, like I think the younger you are, it's like the better to learn. Like you learn faster how to swim when you're young. Because you don't think about it. You just swim. But the older you get, you just start thinking too much. So he threw them in 12 feet, bro. I was like, these niggas 7 years old swimming in 12 feet, doing backflips. I was like, damn, that's what's up. But most children learn that young. It's yeah. That's what I learned too. Like, it's best to learn how to swim when you're young. Yeah, see? It's best to learn how to swim when you're young. I might say Nolan was a great swimmer. See? That explains the bruise in the back of his head. Somebody was holding his head underwater, and they put so much pressure on it, it left a bruise. And it's not gonna heal when you dead. So it's just gonna get redder and redder. You have to relax in the water. Exactly. See, once you get older, ain't no relaxing. I'm panicking. Long time. What's poppin', Maddie? But let's get to it. Y'all see they clicked over the call. Okay. If my boat is sinking in 31 feet of water, my nigga, don't put me on hold. I don't give a damn about a captain. My boat is sinking in 31 feet of water. And you about to call a captain and ask him about a membership, and the captain says, I don't think they have a membership. We can't help. I'm not helping anyone. What? What? How you gonna say you're not helping somebody whose boat is sinking because they don't have a membership? What type of membership, dog? What type of membership, dog? Come on, bruh. Let's go. Hold on.
22-foot offshore sea flight hole.
All right. All right. Please hold. I'm transferring you to the local captain now.
Okay, thank you.
He said, okay, thank you. She said, hold on. Listen to this shit.
All right. Verify what boat's sinking.
A Triton, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot Triton offshore
What?
sea flight hole.
All right. All right. Please hold. I'm transferring you to the local captain now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Your boat is sinking. Okay, thank you.
This is Captain. Sir.
Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today?
Doing good, how are you?
Good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee for service come up under...
Okay.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He's letting me know that his father's a member, but he can't give me any information. And he's saying the boat is sinking, and he's on Horn Island. It's just unfortunate. He's just a kid. There's a lot going on. So he said there's about a lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18. And I'm not trying to be rude. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Do you know what kind of boat it is?
He said a Triton 24 footer, but that's all he can give me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone.
That don't make sense. That don't make sense. What he about to say right now.
With his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat,
And he said,
Okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, they'll call me back. So I'm guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. They're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah, they're in a panic. He's saying the bilge is not keeping up. I asked for Coast Guard. He said no, but he's just really upset on the back end. And, I get it. It's a kid. He just doesn't understand.
Oh, okay. Do you still have him on the line?
Yes, I still have him on the line. And again, I couldn't find, he couldn't give me anything regarding his grandfather's, membership, so it's just under fee for service.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just talked to, if you want to, we're so tied up right now, we can't really do any non-member jobs right now.
Is member? Did you find out if you...
So you say a boat is sinking, but you're so tied up. You tied up on the 4th of July. You wasn't tied up. All this shit was planned. All this shit was planned. They all in on it, bruh. You're not tied up on the 4th of July. It was the 4th of July. You're not tied off. The day just started.
He was a member or not?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's his boat or what. I'm not sure what's going on with it. Yeah, transfer the kid over. I'll talk to him, and then I'll call Grandpa back.
All right. And did you want me to look up membership number or anything like that to see if he's up? I know you guys are
You can try the cell phone number.
Yes, sir.
Anything on this one number?
See, I thought the boy called his grandfather before he called the dispatcher, but if the boy called his grandfather, he didn't know anything. So if he called his grandfather, he would have told the dispatcher, look, I just got the phone with my grandfather. He said the membership number is this. The membership, he didn't, because he never told the dispatcher, oh, I just got the phone with my grandfather. This is the membership number. He didn't know anything about the boat. So he didn't call his grandfather. If he called his grandfather, they told him the truth, like what happened, like what they really going through. That's what he called his grandfather and told him. But he didn't tell him about the boat was sinking. Because when he called dispatcher, he ain't have no information. He didn't even know the number of the boat. The membership number, nothing. His grandfather would have gave him all that. Come on, bro. His grandfather would have gave him all that information if he called the grandfather and told him about the sinking. No, they just made that up. This is the alibi. The grandfather said, no, this is what we gonna do. Okay, y'all did that. Call a dispatcher and tell them y'all sinking. You're not really sinking, but this is an alibi. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, dog. I mean, if I'm tripping, tell me I'm tripping. He said, call a dispatcher and they call their grandfather and said, look, it's the body on the boat. This happened. Grandfather said, okay, call a dispatcher and act like the boat was sinking. The boat really not sinking, but this is an alibi. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's why he couldn't get his lie together. Oh, we on 17 foot of 31 feet of water. Come on, man. He called his grandfather and told him about the body on the boat. His grandfather said, call a dispatcher. You don't need the Coast Guard. Call a dispatcher and tell them that you need a tow. I'm going to tell them that, oh, they good. They don't need a tow. Bam. Alibi good. Exactly. They all in on it, bro. The grandfather called the captain. He called Vicky. They all knew. Vicky was trying to coach him. They all knew. And like I say, in my opinion, it was all planned from the jump. That's why everybody, oh, I just talked to his grandfather. But the person on the phone never mentioned to Vicky that he talked to his grandfather. So how did the grandfather already know that the boat was sinking if the boy never mentioned to Vicky his grandfather? Come on, man.
All right, yep. Yeah, he's an active member. Hold on.
What kind of boat do you have on there? Same boat?
He's one of your members. You have 22-foot Triton. All right, I'll just disregard this one. I'm gonna send you over an accurate one under this one. Okay, he's one of your members. You'll get in a couple minutes. Okay.
Okay, perfect. All right, and yeah, just transfer this kid over whenever you get a chance.
Exactly. Disregard that. I'm going to send you another one, but still transfer that kid over so I can talk to him. Transfer that kid over so I can have a talk with him. Come on, man.
All right, transfer him now. Thank you again, Captain.
All right.
Stay safe out there. It's crazy. Have a drink.
All right, wow.
Stay safe out there. It's crazy. And he laughs. And then they cut the call. Why didn't we hear? Hey, man. Tell me, bro. What if the shit crazy, bro? Stay safe out there, Captain. Exactly. They all in on it, bro. They all in on it, dog. Hold on, somebody said they sent something to my email. Did you mean my DM or my email? 1 second. Let me see what they talking about over here. Let me see what these people talking about over here. I'll go through that later. Oh boy. All right, y'all. Dex, how much money you think we are into this? What you mean, pilot? Never should have let the Confederates and their families stay back in the 1800s. Keeping them in the country after they fought to keep slavery was. I agree. How much money went into this? A lot, bro. And they didn't expect it to get this bad. Like, they didn't expect us to keep going on. So now they gotta keep trying to cover up the truth. You know, they gotta keep getting into it. But I believe Nolan's murder was planned weeks ahead. I believe he did something, and it's retaliation to Carmelo Anthony. I believe it was planned ahead. That's why all these powerful people in Mississippi are like speaking up. That's why the kids, everybody erased their social medias right after, immediately. Even the judge. Damn. That's when you know it's crooked. The judge erased her social media. Damn. That's crazy, man. But all right, y'all, go enjoy y'all Saturday. I got to eat something. I worked out this morning. I cleaned up, took me a good shower. I got to eat something and work on content for tomorrow. This month, we bringing that high energy. Whew. We going hard this month, so get ready. I appreciate everybody for the support. I appreciate all the super chats, all the random cash apps. I appreciate everything, man. I love y'all, bro. You know, let's have a great month, bro. Let's start off this week strong. Let's go hard, man. You know, we halfway through the year. Let's keep going hard, you know. Let's keep staying positive, you know, no matter what we go through, because our ancestors, they still was staying positive after what they've been through. So if they can do it, we can do it, man. I love all y'all. Thank y'all for supporting this channel.